Abraham.
No, no, no! Abraham of all people! Why? Why? If I have a question for you. Who did you vote for? I'm still like, plus, is it just me, or I think that some of these contestants need a little bit of shaking up? For the judges, especially Simi, to say that she was underwhelmed. Tonight's performance just had me in a lot of emotions. Let's talk about it because ah, right. Now let's talk about the Nigerian Idol, the live performance. In fact, the very first live eviction on the Nigerian Idol season 8. And this time we are having two evictions, guys. I really thought it was one, but by the time we went into the performances, found out that we had two. Now, the very first shocker, in fact, I don't even know how to start. The very first shocker was that of Abraham. But before I even get into it, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lucy's Quick One. Now let's talk about what happened when it comes to the Nigerian Idol. Now we start off tonight's live eviction show. That's what I would like to call it, with Abraham being sent home. I mean, when IK comes up to talk about the fact that okay, definitely somebody is going home, my mind went to everybody except Abraham. Abraham and Chisom were my top performers from last week, plus Precious Mark as well. So I was expecting that anyone except these three people will not be going home. Only for IK to come and say Abraham is going home.
Abraham.
I was really shocked. Do you know Abraham? Abraham 2 weeks ago sang Under the Influence by Chris Brown, and he had it even without the backup singers. Abraham also came last week and sang a song by Michael Bolton that had the judges clapping. So what happened? It shows that people were not voting. Like I really, this one, Yoruba, Okamilara, he entered my body.
I don't know what to say at this point in time. All is well.
I wouldn't even blame Abraham when he came up on stage and Ike was like, okay, how do you feel? The guy was just literally speechless. I can tell you for a fact that the entire mood on the show just went from 0 to like 50, 40, 30 because everybody was like, how did this happen? Even the judges, I could see it on their faces that they were like, what's going on? Even Ike could not even hide it. Ike could not hide it because at some point he kept on hammering on the fact that you guys are not voting, you are only talking. So apparently the votes did not count for this guy. And he's one of the best when it comes to Nigerian Idol season 8. Have you heard him sing? I'm really like, man, I was really touched. Anyways, let's go into the live performances proper. Now we have top 9, excluding Abraham, and now we have 9 contestants battling for your votes. Now we start off tonight with the theme Billboard slash topping the charts. Now we have the first contestant coming. Her name is Quest, and she sings Damages by Thames. For her performance, like I said from the beginning of this review, I said that the moment Abraham was evicted, the entire mood of the show just went from 0 to like 50, 40. So when Quest comes in, I was already lost. I was like, wait, what? Quest? Do you know who Quest is? Like what? It wasn't her performance wasn't it for me. I would just give her like a pass mark, but it wasn't it for me. I feel like it wasn't her best foot forward. Quest had me from her performance of the song by Miley Cyrus, Flowers, where she had the flowers on her head. I felt like she's a very detailed performer. But when she comes on stage, she tried a different sound from the original sound. And I think that that's one thing that we have to be very careful about. She had the voice, but the delivery was not just it.
I wouldn't say you struggled. I just feel like you just sounded like a little lost in the verses.
Now, moving on to the next performance for tonight, we had Savvy Henry coming to sing It's Plenty by Burna Boy. At this point, I didn't know how I was feeling anymore because this song was not plenty. Savvy, he was not plenty because Savvy comes in and his singing for me was just like flat. It was the same vibe from the beginning to the end. I know that Sammy Henry's genre is not the genre of music that he chose. So I would just say that I think that he should have just put in as much energy and invested as much as he could into the performance of that song. He didn't really like deliver it as it should have been delivered. It was just like
It's a competition. You have to bring it and leave everything on stage.
I started asking myself, is this not a competition? Are these guys not supposed to be fighting it out on stage? Like, do they realize that people are voting? In fact, I'm even questioning the way you guys are voting right now. But do they realize that people are voting for them and they have to bring their best? Savvy, remember that this is your second chance. You need to put your best foot forward. Are you with me, guys? Like, let me know down there in the comment section if you feel what I'm saying. Precious Mark comes in. She's the third contestant, and she comes in to sing Overdose by Mavians. Like, she decided to sing a song sung by close to 5 people. And I was like, okay, Precious, let's go. That was a fair performance. The fact that she decided to even choose that song and sing various people's verses, I was like, okay. And also, I would like to say that she did carry herself from the beginning of the performance. She already had the audience because the way she walked in, she already had them clapping for her. So she has their attention, and then she goes on to deliver the song. At some point, she was distracted by the fact that, oh, her earpiece was falling out and coming back. And then she got herself, and then she was able to deliver the performance. For me, Precious's performance gave me hope because I was literally losing hope in tonight's show. So for Precious's performance, I would say it was the most enjoyed so far. Now moving on to number 4, who made, in fact, who redeemed the show for me is Chisom. He comes in to sing a song by Ashake, Peace Be Unto You. And I would say for a fact that the moment I saw Chisom, I was first of all confused. I was like, what's this on your hair? Finally, like the young man delivered. Let me be honest, when I saw him, because I was already confused about the hair, but when I saw him, in my mind, I was scared. I was like, God, I beg, this show is already getting better. And then this guy just comes in and delivers the song. I was like, I would say that the genre of music that Chisom chose is not the genre of music that he is very comfortable with. But you can tell that this guy went in and decided to study Ashake as a course. I have to give it to him because he had the Ashake's mannerisms. At some point, when I started easing into the song, I started to feel the whole vibe. At the beginning, like I said, I was scared, but the moment I kept on listening to him, I started feeling the vibe. I was like, okay. Especially when they got to the part where he said, Wakade Sala, you know we're gonna be eating the ram meat very soon. So I was already saying like Wakade. It was really nice. Like finally, some very good content, guys. Like I literally said, finally some very good entertainment.
This is what is called entertainment.
Now moving on to contestant number 5, we have I'm so excited. This lady, her name is Goodness. You know, I remember I said this. In case you think I'm lying, go back to my previous videos and check it. I said this lady Goodness, the moment she is free and unleashes, it's over. And ladies and gentlemen, it's over.
When the checklist come 100 cheese and a Goodness.
She performed. What? Goodness. She performed. Flawless singing, flawless rapping, spot on, amazing, electrifying. Please, guys, give me adjectives to qualify and quantify Goodness's performance tonight. She comes in with her sunshades and her green gown, you know, gets on the stage, and while people were still thinking, can she or can she not? This lady comes in, holds the microphone, and then just gives it. Her sound, I could hear her singing clearly. I could feel her rapping and hear her rapping clearly. Like, this is the competition. This is what we're talking about when it comes to the live shows. People are watching you. So she just comes in and owns the song, gives the attitude. She was serenading everybody on stage. I mean, I can literally go on and on trying to describe how her performance was. I felt it. I I will not even mince words. I would say with my full chest that Goodness's performance is my highlight for tonight. Like, she gave me, even the vocal coach was saying that she's a church girl, but the song she chose, let's see how it goes. Simi too was like, oh, I was scared at the beginning, but when you started, fear will no fear Goodness. That's all I can say. Let me know what you think about her performance in the comment section. And then we go into the second part of Dim Delight, because we had Rainy, we had Victory, we had Ose Daniel, and we had Constance getting ready to perform. And then Ike comes in and says, somebody is going home. And then he announces Rainy is going home. For the second time tonight, somebody was speechless, and this time it was Rainy. She didn't expect it, especially because she thought that, you know, most of the times, especially from last season, the eviction happens at the beginning, not towards the end of the show. So it really caught everybody unawares, and everybody was like so shocked. Let me know what you think about Rainy's eviction in the comment section, guys. Now moving on to this next performance. Say, you know why criticism sometimes is good? It helps to shape people. This is Constance. I would say that her performance was angelic, was spiritual. I loved it. It was much more better than her last performance. This lady is good. I say it all the time. She's good. All she needs to do is make sure that she picks the right song for her. And this song that she picked was just absolutely amazing. I could hear her riffs and her runs. I could hear her voice. I could hear her mannerisms, even when she was not even doing too much. So I would say that I would give her 9 over 10 because I really enjoyed it. I was so relaxed. I saw myself clapping, and that's what I said about criticism or scrutiny. It's always good, but there was something that Ike did before Constance's performance that made me disagree with Ike. Ike comes in and tells the judges that he feels like maybe they were a little bit harsh on Constance. You know, she's 18 and all of that. They should just allow her. Nah, mate. I do not agree, because this competition is for everybody. You won't tell me that if the amount given to the winner is $1 million, because Constance is younger, they will give her lesser than the $1 million. They would give whoever wins the money. So they have to scrutinize everybody the same way. And I feel like the judges always scrutinize these guys so that they bring out the best in them. So I would say yes to the scrutiny. It helps to keep them on their feet and on their toe. And that is why you see that Constance gave a perfect and beautiful performance. Now moving on to contestant number 7. Ose Daniel comes in with a personal story, but coming from Fireboy. This is titled Bandana. I felt at this point like singing My Redeemer Liveth. Like it felt like finally this last couple of performances redeemed the show, because I was almost losing it. I was almost like, what's happening here? Ose Daniel's performance was beautiful. I loved it. He has a smooth, beautiful voice. I mean, you guys, please, when you are voting, please vote well. Please just vote well. His performance was angelic. I also loved it. I like the fact that he said that, you know, the song is like a reflection of his story, and then he owned it and then enacted it while he was singing. He took me out and brought me back. His outfit was also delivering. Everything was just on point when it comes to this guy. This is another guy they like to call small but mighty. And I like the fact that they call him International Barber, because he is also a barber, and he just switched it up on us, and I can't wait to see what more Ose Daniel has to offer. Now, last but not the least, ladies and gentlemen, is our barista lawyer. Victory, you know good alone. Now, unlike every other person, he comes in to sing a foreign song, As It Was by Harry Styles. Now, this performance for me, I would say, is just the icing on the cake for tonight. It was beautiful. Unlike last week, I didn't really feel it as much as I felt this week. His smile, he has this beautiful gap tooth, like why? Okay. He communicated perfectly. His mannerisms, he went on stage, then comes back downstage. He was having some eye contact with Simi, and it's fine. I know sometimes they do those kind of things, but I was listening to him and he sang the song and added a bit of himself in it. And that's how you sing a song, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I would like to know what you think about his performance in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I can't take shockers back to back. Voting has started and we don't just know how many people will be going home next Sunday. But before then, instead of us complaining and talking, make sure you vote for the right persons as voting has already started. Let me know who you'll be voting for. Let me know whose performance you loved. Let me know whose eviction hurt you the most tonight. Is it Rainey's or is it Abraham's? I would like to know in the comment section, guys. This performance tonight, the show tonight, got me going like this. I was in riffs and runs, but let me know what you think about the entire show for tonight, the first live eviction show. I would like to know what you feel in the comment section. Till next time, guys, I got you with more right here on this channel. Do stay safe and remember to enjoy every moment.